Hello and welcome to my channel. Now the Zura thing hasn't done yet. I may make a separate video all about it. Anyway, this is probably going to be the last video, and so far I've managed to successfully build a blackjack simulator, and it can do a lot of new things. Okay, now I'm just going to give a summary of what I've done. The reason I've done this project was I was gonna look at blackjack. How do you win? How do you do whatever? And I looked for a simulator and I couldn't find one, so I decided to do one myself. So the card strategy I'm using in my simulator is high-low. However, I can change it to anyone I want. Okay. So there's some guides of how to count cards. At the moment, my project is running on a normal running count. However, I could program it to do the true count, and what you're supposed to do is, if you look for true count on blackjack, it will tell you what it is. Okay, now I could modify the program to say, okay, what is the best, a true count or running count? Okay, so if I get any requests asking me to do that, I'll create more videos on doing that. Okay, so what I want to now do is talk about something. When I first started the video, I was using this thing here, and then in the end, when I couldn't get the numbers right, so I checked this and I realized that this is incorrect. Now here, it's got, if you got a pair of twos and the dealer's got a 2, you should hit. Okay, that's what it's saying here. Now if I go to this hand calculator, you can set this up. It's on Wizard of Odds. Okay, you can set it up to do anything you want, and I've set it to the correct rules. So if I do that hand, pair of 2s, if I've got dealer got 20, got a pair of 2s, then the correct thing is to split here. Okay? Now what I was thinking about this, and I thought to myself, I only realised that was wrong because there was an error. However, now that my program is finished and I know that it's calibrated and working correctly, there's other ways I could have used to check this. Now I'm going to show you one thing. If I quickly go here, I copy this. I'm gonna call it basic 3. So if I just call that basic 3, and if I make that use basic 3, so what I'm going to do is, let me open, let's cancel that now. If I set that to 1,000,000, I'll show you something. When it finally does it, okay. We've got the Eve here as 5, 1, 2, 5. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to look for 2, which is here. I'm going to look for a pair of 2s. It should be easy to find on this one. Here's the pair of 2s and it's got P there. Now if I change that to H and I do another test, we see that it's gone to 5161. Okay, so as you can see, that is the greater number. That means we can tell by that is correct. So what I was thinking, we could actually construct the whole of this by using that method. So all we'd have to do is, these are essentially numbers, and these are, so what I could do is I could loop over all of these, I could carry out trials, I can compare before and after and say which gives the best number, which gives the best score. So just how that one was incorrect, I could find out, I could have set my own ones. And the beauty about this is, what I could also do is, I could look into other things, like for instance, what if the count is 15? Is this the correct chart to use when the count is 15? For instance, what if the count was 30? Is this chart still correct? Okay, so what I could do is I could program it so that this is a basic chart, and then when the count is 15, it will then check everything again, run these trials, and it will come back and say, when the count is 15, it doesn't make any difference. But it will say when the count is 6, when the count is 15, for instance, that should be a H instead of an S. Okay, so it would give you, and I can even set the count, set it to 30, set it to 10, 20, and 30, and 40, and that would improve your play even more. So if I get any requests to do any more videos, then I'll extend this. This should be the last video, but if I get any more requests, I'll program it. So I'll do a series where I will add the modifications so that you could, I change the program in such a way that I can just say, give me the best chart, and we'll go and work it out, and we'll just work out the best chart for everything and come back and say, that's the best way to play. For instance, if you've got a pair of 10s, you're best to stick, or whatever. Or if the count was 30, it would then say, the count is 30. Instead of doing the standard one, this is the modifications. And it will tell you all the differences. Okay? So, if I get more requests, I will do that. Now, what am I going to do again? I'm not going to do it. I probably won't do any of these other systems because I don't know how to play them. But since doing this video, what I've learned is, this is what I learned is, you're going to get your best profit by playing in a team. Okay, so if you want to win, if you go to the casino as a lone person, we can actually calculate that by setting. We can set that so that you can set that so that you don't play. If you set that to 0 and that's to 0, that will simulate you not playing and just watching and then jumping in when the count is more than 5. Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to calculate is, what if I sat there and I didn't play a single hand until the count was, say, 30. Let me see. I can actually work that out. If I set that to 0, if I set that to 0, and if I set that to 0, and if I set that to 0, I think 30 is a bit extreme. Yeah, let's do 30. We're going to be very patient here. Okay, we're going to sit here. We're going to not play any hands until the count is 30. And then we're just going to start playing. And after a million hands, how would we do? Okay. So Eve active, you have to times that by 100. we'd win 16% doing that strategy. Okay, so that's a big percentage. However, we wouldn't play many hands. So let's see what we'd do if we done it over 15. We just sat there and we only done it over 15%. We only bet when the count was over 15. How would we do? It wouldn't do so good. You'd be winning 2%. In fact, 2% is good. So that's over 15. So that means, what that means is as soon as the count gets over 15, you put the money on the table. When it's not over 15, you take the money off. So you have to bet in exactly the same circumstances that you do the trial. So what this is telling me, I have to sit there when it's 15, bet. So if your hover's to and fro, I'll have to start, and obviously they're gonna say go away if you do that. But that probably won't work. Now what I was gonna think, if you was in a team, it's gonna be hard for you to get into the card straight away. So you're gonna miss when the hand is more than. So what it is, you're gonna be playing, and someone's gonna give you a signal, then you're gonna come to the table, but you're gonna probably miss some hands. No, I think I've set that back. So another thing we discovered was if you just want to play without losing a lot, and you want to practice, because what it is, if you want to count cards, you have to practice doing it. So there's a way where you can practice and it doesn't cost you nothing, and that is raising the bet by 4 when the count is more than 5. And then you should win a teeny weeny amount. That's it, you would win 0.1%, which is not losing. Okay? So remember, if I get many requests, like if I get many people subscribe and I get many likes, then I will make a video that will show you how to, that will automatically create a chart like this. It will automatically create charts, and it will create a chart for when the count's more than 15 and when the count's more than 30. So that you'll be able to do optimal play in those situations. It may make a big difference for all I know. Okay, and I know what did I still say I was going to do. I can't remember what I was going to do. However, I'm going to play back the video, and whatever it is, I'll watch this video again and I'll find out what it is, and then I'll make more videos about that. So thank you again for watching my series. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye.